welcome back to this already, the final segment of Friday's Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, but you knew that. Talking to you about you and your business. Hope you're going to have a great weekend. I have a great weekend lined up, as always, and looking forward to spending it, and then getting back with you on Monday to talk about it and so much more. Do want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at usdailyreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook and follow it on Twitter. Also want to mention our very good friends at G&A Partners and Million-Dollar-Employee.com. They were responsible in part for bringing you today's show. I'm going to talk a little bit to my producer, Sigmund Kramer, just because, you know, he looks pathetic, so I'm going to talk to him.
I appreciate that. I try.
You look very sad over there.
Oh, well, it's because you haven't talked to me in a long time. You don't send me flowers either.
I know. I was actually thinking that the Barbra Streisand, song was going to be the opening. You don't bring me flowers anymore?
Yeah.
Was that Neil Diamond that she coerced into singing that with her?
Oh, I don't know. I gave up on show tunes and Barbra Streisand after I left theater in college.
Please. I hear you do a mean Ethel Merman.
I do, actually. You're right.
I love a parade. There you go.
Anyway.
So talk a little bit about this movie you saw last week, and I saw it too, or was it the weekend before last? Guardians of the Galaxy?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. What'd you think of that?
Loved it.
I did too.
I had no expectations going into it.
Which always helps, right?
I had never read any of the comics. In fact, I'll be honest with you, I thought it was going to be a flop. When it first started showing trailers, I thought, this looks like garbage. And I thought for sure this was going to be the big misfire for Marvel. You know, they've had nothing but hit after hit after hit. I thought this is going to be a miss. Boy, was I wrong.
Not so much. Yeah.
I can admit it when I'm wrong. It was awesome. I went by myself because my wife's in India right now, and I got a babysitter, and I just went to see the movie. I got to tell you, I can't wait to go see it again. It was awesome.
Yeah, I had really low expectations because I am familiar with Parks and Recreation, and the lead in what's his name? That guy. Anyway,
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, that guy. I'm like going, he's the lead? Seriously?
Yeah.
And what's funny is that he was a lot like his Parks and Recreation character, but also obviously could figure out how to work out, and he turned a lot of that complete incompetence and narcissism into swagger. It was kind of interesting to see what he did with that character.
I'd never seen Parks and Recreation, so I didn't know what to expect from him. He also voiced Emmett in the Lego Movie. And I thought he's kind of a milquetoast kind of a guy. There's not a lot of charisma to him. But, man, and all kudos, to the director, James Gunn, because he managed to pull out such great emotion from me and the audience, from these characters, these wacky characters in this show. I mean, I teared up several times in that movie.
Really?
It had a lot of emotional impact for me.
Groot choked you up?
He did.
How could Groot not, I am Groot? And I loved how the raccoon knew what he meant.
Yeah,
that.
It was awesome.
It was incredible.
If you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy because you thought it looked lame like I did, let me just allay your fears. It is really the most fun I've had at the movies, the most excited and really surprised that I've been at a film in a long time, and I highly recommend it. It's a great film. It's got, I'm not going to say it's Gone with the Wind, and it's not my favorite of the superhero movies, but it ranks pretty high up there actually, and I am really looking forward to going to see it again. It's the first space sci-fi film that I've seen in a long time that I really just dug.
Well, you ruined it, of course, right? By building people's expectations, because you had none going in. I had none going in. That's why I think it worked. I worry about what expectations would have done to it.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say even if I had high expectations, it wouldn't have let me down. I feel like Marvel's the Avengers, the sequel, Avengers 2, that comes out next year, that it actually has a lot to live up to. Not just from Marvel Avengers, but also from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this really brought the A game.
So what's the best of the recent Marvel comic movies?
The Avengers.
I think so too.
Winter Soldier was awesome, though.
I haven't seen it yet.
What?
What?
It's political. It's got political intrigue.
Well, and he's my favorite of the Avengers, too.
Oh, you have to go see it.
He actually.
I mean, you have to.
He actually.
You can't go see it because it's not in theaters anymore. You lose. You're gonna have to wait for it to come out on Blu-ray. Buy it. You'll love it.
Wow. I don't buy any videos, but
well, do it.
Yeah,
I'll get it for you because it's that good.
Yeah, get it for me. That's awesome.
Yeah, you're cheap.
I am
that
cheap.
Good.
Absolutely. So, just want to mention, by the way, a couple of articles I wrote recently over there at Huffington Post.
It's all about you.
It's all about me. Yeah, you mentioned me and me being cheap, so it reminded me it is all about me. But first one I wrote recently last week on this property rights issue going on here in Houston. We've had our very own Lee Kaplan in the studio talking about it. Did a phenomenal job. I parlayed that into an article because it was easy. It was already all the heavy work was done, and I'm that lazy.
Oh boy, are you ever.
Ever. That got some traction. My more recent article on another Republican gimmick, in my opinion, let's sue the president so the president can show total disregard to not only Congress, but also to the courts like he already has. I mean, he ignores the courts all the time. The most recent deal is about the subsidies are probably illegal. White House says, let's just wait and see. We're going to keep doing them.
Oh, yeah.
So what would...
But then yesterday at the press conference, he says, I'm constrained by the Constitution. I have no intentions of acting outside the Constitution. Dude, I'm sorry, like the recess appointments you made when they weren't in recess?
Right.
That SCOTUS had to slap you around about? You mean extra constitutionally like that?
Yeah.
God, what a joke.
So anyway, that got a lot of traction, and I loved the libertarian comments. The libertarians chimed in with some comments that, they saw the legitimacy of my argument. So that was cool. I want you to check it out. Just put in Huffington Post, put in Kevin Price, and Google, and it will pop up very prominently, my most recent articles. So also on today's show, we heard from Dan Shedd, and we're going to be hearing more from Dan in the weeks to come. Dan, good to see you. You recently graduated from where?
Texas State University in San Marcos, Texas.
Yep, the partying university of the great U.S. of A.
You can tell by looking at him, party animal, right?
Party
here.
animal.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And and you got it in broadcast and media.
Yes, sir, I did.
So
electronic media. If you want to be
what kind of media?
Electronic media.
Oh, electronic media.
Yeah, because print media is dead. We all know that.
Yes,
unless
it's online.
on an iPad.
Well, Dan, we appreciated your contributions today. We'll be hearing more from you.
We sure hope so.
Absolutely, and I think that's about it. I'm bored. I'm gonna go play now. It is
Go
Friday.
see Guardians of the Galaxy again, man.
There you go. Absolutely.
I mean, or Winter Soldier if you can find it somewhere, but I kind of don't think you will because that ship has sailed. But yeah, go have fun, whatever you're going to do.
It'll eventually land on Netflix. Because Avengers is on Netflix.
Please don't wait. I'm going to buy it for you as a present just because I love you.
You're awesome. All right. I hope you, the listener, have a fantastic day. I plan on having a great weekend, but I'm going to spend the rest of my day right here on this station.